Go.
Okay, so this is my audience research. I'm here with my mum, and we're gonna be discussing my music video, or my idea behind my music video. So obviously, mum, I just played you the song. So my first question is this: what do you think about the artist Lucas Graham?
I find his music quite odd. Um, he tells stories that are quite interesting, though.
Yeah.
Um, but the line of what he was saying, I just find quite interesting and a bit odd. Some of the things that his father told him, I don't know what kind of background he's coming from.
Okay, so that brings me to my next question. Yeah. Where do you think he's from, country-wise?
I know he's not from the UK. He must be from outside the UK, but I'm not quite sure exactly.
Okay, so he's Scandinavian.
Maybe that explains it.
So what makes you like think that he's from somewhere besides the UK?
Just the narrative of his story, things that they were doing, and things his father told him, or things he said that his father told him.
Right.
Or a bit odd, for
right?
this environment. That's the way I find it.
Okay, so when you listen to Lucas Graham, what other artist comes to mind when you try to compare him to like a British artist?
I think because his voice is quite unique, so I have to think of somebody that has an equally unique voice. So I think of somebody like James Arthur.
James Arthur. Oh yeah. What kind of thing do you think that makes him stand out when you hear his voice, or how he presents himself?
Or how he presents his music. It's just that his music is usually like a storytelling. It's something to do with, I think, his life, but he's telling a story as to maybe something that happened to him. That's just what I see about his music.
So obviously, when you think about 7 years, do you think Lucas Graham could be marketed in the UK again as successful as 7 years?
Absolutely. A lot of people liked 7 years, though I didn't. But it was quite popular and it was top of the chart for so many weeks. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I think people could just relate to him. And then uniquely, he wasn't singing, he was talking.
Okay, yeah.
But he was telling a story that you want to know what happened next, and what happened next.
Yeah.
And what happened next. And I think that's what got everyone's imagination.
Yeah, definitely.
And attention.
Alright, so if we go off topic, the film My Murder, which I showed you, what do you think about that concept and idea about the film itself?
Obviously, the film is real life. It was telling the story of what happened to an actual person, an actual young person that lived in London. So a lot of people could relate with the film because it was real, and these are events that seem to happen quite often in London these days.
Yeah, definitely. So with My Murder, the thing is that the concept that we want to do in our music video is that we want to have the song itself, Better Than Yourself, and then have the narrative of My Murder. We want to put that together and create a music video. So what do you think about that?
I think it will work. It will work because the song, I've listened to it, it's like somebody giving an advice to somebody else.
Right.
So it could be like one of Shaki's friends talking to him, telling him that they'll miss him or something like that.
Right.
It will work.
Yeah.
If arranged properly and fitted in properly with the music, with the film, depending on the part of the film that you bring in the music, it will work.
Definitely. Yeah, that's what we feel as well. So if we were to put a demographic or target audience of what kind of people we'll be aiming for in terms of our music video, what kind of person would you
definitely has to be young people, teenagers and early 20s, and maybe people that live in London or people that live in cities really that can understand that sort of event and such lifestyle.
Right. Yeah. So as yourself, as a mother that lives in London as well, do you feel like you can relate to that if it was put into a music video?
Definitely. I think parents will be able to relate to that, especially parents of young people and teenagers.
Right.
And especially parents that live also in the cities, they'll be able to relate to that music and the film as well.
Yeah, that's great. That's pretty much all we have. So yeah, hopefully everything goes well and we'll let you know. So yeah, thank you for your time. Appreciate that.